Who killed Terri McAdams? It's a question Arlington police have been grappling with since Valentine's Day, when the body of the 22-year-old UTA student was found savagely beaten in her fiancé's apartment.
On February 14, 1985, at approximately 2:40 p.m., Arlington Police Department officers responded to the 2500 block of Walnut Hill Circle. They responded to an apartment where the maintenance man found a deceased 22-year-old female, Terri McAdams. Detectives got on the scene and immediately started gathering evidence, numerous pieces of evidence. One specific important piece was a cigarette butt laying next to Terri McAdams' body.
The brutal murder of UTA student Terri McAdams is a tough one to crack.
This case was worked by multiple detectives for the last 40 years. In 2021, we sent several pieces of those evidence off for DNA testing, including that cigarette butt, that was able to gain a profile for an unknown male individual. Once we was able to gain that profile, detectives at the time started looking into things like different testing, because we have no hits in the CODIS database system. Once we didn't get any leads, began to look into different avenues like genetic genealogy. That was helped with the FBI field office in Dallas.
It would take decades and tedious work by APD and the FBI, generating leads through commercial genetic records.
Investigators construct family trees of persons identified as possible family members of the suspects.
Investigative genetic genealogy.
If the consumer opts in to have law enforcement able to use their profile, which an individual did opt in, that individual led them to construct this family tree based on their family history and based on our DNA profile. That gave a possible suspect in mind, which was Bernard Sharp. We then end up constructing a plan to conduct these interviews, which we were able to fly out of state to a close relative of our suspect. One of the relatives ended up consenting to give a DNA sample, which we were able to bring that sample back and to our UNT lab, which we were able to obtain another profile with the profile that we have from the original case in 1985. That profile matched that Bernard Sharp was definitely the killer that day on scene.
Terri's killer, police say, is Bernard Sharp, a known rape suspect who lived nearby and was questioned in 1985, but then killed himself a few months later in an unrelated double murder-suicide.
Using joint operations is always beneficial to get the job done because these are resources that, we didn't have at the time, but we were able to link with the FBI who had it. Using them was vital, and it was a vital piece of technology. If we didn't have, probably wouldn't still be solved.
After so many long years, we had come to accept that we would probably never know who murdered our sister. I honestly cannot believe that we are standing here today.
We always keep going through our cold case files to see what that case might need as far as it getting evidence retested, as far as is there a new technology that can solve this.
This is almost 40 years. And so, like I said earlier, it's a day that we kind of thought might never come, but thanks to these guys, thanks to genetic genealogy, it worked.
Even though it's a cold case, it's just like the McAdams family. They always say don't lose trust, don't lose determination that it will happen. It's just a matter of when.